Good day, guys. We should be live. For some reason, this one of my phones, if I watch my own stream, it's like always super delayed, so it's kind of hard for me to know if it switched scenes. Should be good. Oh yeah, we're good. So yeah, let's go do a little exploration, a little bike riding, maybe shoot some hoops. A little bit of an exercise day today. Did mow this earlier, but there's some stinging nettle right there. Put my long pants on just in case when we're walking a little bit through the forest today. Today it's also a much nicer day. It's shockingly about 20 degrees and not over. Believe it or not, it's one of the cooler days of the year. Or of the summer, I should say. Lingonberries. We're gonna go check if we find some lingonberries somewhere. They're probably getting more red this point of the year. Let's put you in bike mode for a bit. Bikey mode. I'll just keep the chat phone here. I could have it on the steering bar too, but it's okay here. I think we also have text-to-speech on today. When it's not nearly as loud as the few previous streams. Nice run. I'm riding a bike, not running. Otherwise, I'm a pretty fast runner. I can go like 40 kilometers per hour down the hills. That would be pretty fast running. But yeah, hello there. Hello there and welcome to a very, like a lot more peaceful stream than the last few streams. When we're harvesting, it's like pretty loud. But yeah, now we are doing a little bit more peaceful stream today. Gotta get that body moving a little bit after sitting in the combine for a few days. But yeah, we're riding the bike a little bit here. Check some places. Then we can play a little basketball at the end, I think. Shoot a few hoops. Just see if we can see a bear or something. We have a bear somewhere. Maybe the bear is chasing us. It's right behind us. But yeah, pretty nice to be outside when it's not hot for the first time in a long time. You can actually like do something physical and not get like super hot immediately. Get some fresh air. Super fresh air. A little bit yesterday, like a few millimeters, so super fresh air. Almost less rough in the middle of the road. Probably go right here. A little bit further, and then we can go walk and check some places. See if we can find lingonberries. Good start. It's kind of getting close to lingonberry season, I think. Yeah, this road is definitely a little bit rough with the bike. The car and everything, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of rocky with the bike. I think we're going to go in the forest here. Just adjust to the walking mode. And then we will stash the bike somewhere. You can walk up here. This kind of a big uphill here, big hill. I can try to climb to the top of that and maybe find lingonberries. Should be wind up there, so it should be nice. Not that many bugs. See a deer fly, or feel a deer fly. They seem to be coming up. It's usually this time of the year that you might get deer fly, but they're not, like they don't really, I guess they could bite your skin a little bit, but they're not really that annoying. Horse flies are worse. But yeah, let's go that way. Maybe few hundred meters, climb up on the top of the hill, see what's there, see if we can find lingonberries or anything else exciting or interesting. Might be mushrooms here too when it's rained a little bit, but it was so little that maybe not. But yeah, if there are any, then we need some mushroom experts to know which are which or what is what. I know a few you should not eat for sure, but otherwise not really super knowledgeable about mushrooms. Yeah, this is a good place. We're up on a hill, so should be a little wind here. Should be good too. Good to walk now when it's slightly cooler. In the fall it's the best when it's like 10 to 15 degrees. There's a mushroom. Don't know if we should eat that guy. Some of them have popped up. Yeah, so the green stuff is moss here, but then the like white stuff, this guy, this is called, I think it's called lichen in English. It really, if you look close at it, it looks like a coral reef, except it's not coral reef. It has pretty interesting like structure. It looks exactly like coral reef, the white stuff. And it's a really hardy plant because it grows literally on top of bedrock. Like there's no soil. It's just this pretty much on top of the bedrock. Like there might be like a little bit of soil, but not really any soil. So it's a really hardy plant which grows really slowly. You can see here somebody has been driving with an ATV here. And the moss or the lichen is kind of gone. So I don't know. It definitely grows really slowly. I don't know how long it takes for that to grow up to be like that tall. Might take like 10, 20 years, maybe more. But yeah, this is kind of a special area. It's like bedrock. Like you can see there's big rocks and like this. We're pretty much walking on rock all the time. That's why there's not trees everywhere, and it's just bedrock with moss and lichen on top of it. It almost looks like we're more northern parts of Finland. There's not too many places like this here in the south where it's like, well, there are some, but mostly it's like the forest grows better. But here it's like there's no soil. It's like bedrock. Just bedrock, so just a few trees here and there.
Wow, it looks so pretty.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool plant. Cool things. Yeah, here it's like, you can see the bedrock. It's just rock everywhere here. Smooth rock from the Ice Age. Guess we could go through here. And then there's these big boulders. Like it almost looks like Stonehenge here or something. Like it's just completely flat. And then all the boulders are in one place here. Full of boulders right there. And here. And then there's again other areas that are completely just flat and no boulders. No boulders around. I think we're gonna just walk somewhere through this. We should go over there, try to go up to the highest point. Highest point of the whole area. Yeah, I feel. We have the deer fly. They look like almost like spiders. There's some of them around. I have a white shirt, so I think that should maybe deter them a little bit. Because I think they try to go for like a moose. So if you have a white shirt, you wouldn't really look like a moose. So it should be good. I think those are poisonous, those white mushrooms. You should not eat those. That's for sure. Oh, we have lingonberries. So some lingonberries are ready at least. We can snack on some. Oh, there's actually quite a bit here. They're not really ready yet. Some are red, but there's some that are not red. So still better to wait for them to ripen up more. If we get a lot, then we could come and pick some, like more with actually a bucket and things. Now we can just snack on some. Boulder field. There's some blueberries left. Those are probably pretty mushy. I think we should go, that way somewhere. Should go up on there should be a really high point where we have a good vantage point. We can see very far away from there. Should be good to climb up on top of that. There's a mushroom. Definitely some mushrooms have popped up. And the lichen can also be, if the bedrock is like slanted like this, then it can be really slippery. So you kind of gotta walk extra carefully because it's, it gets really slippery when it's wet. It kind of feels a little bit slippery, but again here it's weird. We got this flat part here, and then all the boulders are right there. Very interesting. Ice Age has done its thing here. There's a lot of deer fly. I think there might be like a lot of moose here at some point, because we got a few deer fly around. Let's keep moving up to the windy areas. More lingonberries. Lingonberries. There wasn't enough blueberries really to pick this year, but it seems like there might be more lingonberries. Might be enough to warrant some picking. Okay, coming up on some big flat areas here. Very smoothed out rocks. And the highest point should be somewhere there. Pretty cool looking area. A lot of lichen here. A lot of it right here. A lot. Yeah, here you can feel it's kind of slippery, the lichen. It has rained enough now where the lichen sucks up moisture, and then it becomes slippery. Slippery stuff. But wait, there is more. Even more higher spots. Pretty high here, but we got even more higher spots coming up there. It's like an old campfire there. Someone had a campfire there at some point. Yeah, the highest point is up there. It's like 10 meters higher than where we are now, right now, at least. At least, maybe more. How we're gonna get up there. And you can see if there's more trees that have been struck by lightning again. we had a couple of pretty strong lightning storms this summer. There might be some more damaged trees usually here when this is by far the highest up point here, so there's gonna be, if lightning is gonna strike down anywhere, it's gonna be right there. It's kind of interesting that some places like this, when it's like a high hill, then they built like small fortresses on top of them, like a long time ago, to kind of take shelter if there were some bad guys coming in. But I think on this place, I don't think there's anything like old here. No old buildings or anything, or any old foundations or anything. But it is a pretty cool spot. One of the highest points relatively close to the farm. There's like a dead tree, but I think those died not from lightning strike, or maybe they died from lightning strike. But if this would be on the farm grounds, this is not the farms anymore, but it's like we have forest that way, like maybe just a few hundred meters, but somebody else owns this hilltop. Could be a really cool place to build, like up on top here, build like a small cabin on the very highest point. It would be very sketchy when it's lightning around, but otherwise it's a really cool place. High up. I think this is the very highest point. Over there it's the same, but here we can kind of see. We can see a far away here. Like over there you can see forest that's probably 10-20 kilometers away at least. Here it's kind of always windy too. And then this slopes down to our forest. When it goes all the way down, that's where our forest starts. So you can see treetops, so it's pretty much like 20 vertical meters down over maybe a couple hundred meters forward, or less probably. But yeah, last year, that tree was hit by lightning and now it's dying. Yeah, that tree was struck by lightning. Over there was struck by lightning. And one of these was, maybe it was that one too, that has also died. Like a tree necessarily don't die from a lightning strike, but it can die definitely. But yeah, not even many trees here. It's like a big high point with bedrock just so. Not a lot of water around here. But yeah, a little cabin here would have pretty damn good views here. You can see very far in that direction, and all the way to there. Then this way there's some trees. From here it looks like we're in the middle of a wilderness where there's actually no buildings. You can't see anything man-made from here, I think. Or that way there's like some towers. I don't know what those are, but they're really far in the distance. But yeah, otherwise this is like, seems like we're somewhere in northern Finland where there's nothing around. Nothing man-made around. Very cool place. Very peaceful place. Now when the wind is coming from there, you don't even hear, or we don't hear, there's no traffic sound even. If the wind comes from, maybe from the north, then you can hear some traffic from the nearest road, but now it's just the wind. Isn't there any bears or wild animals? I'm sure there are. When we walked in here, I saw probably moose crap like 10 times, and maybe some other animal dumpings too. So for sure there are animals, but it's the thing when we're walking, talking, like before you see an animal, the animal has heard you, smelled you, gone away. That's the one thing that usually happens. Like the animals will hear you before you hear them or see them. So like technically there could be like some moose or bears like down there in hiding in the trees or something, but it's very rare to see them. You would have to like set up camp here, maybe put up a tent, go inside the tent, be completely silent for a very long time. Then you could see something. If you're talking like this, like you're not gonna see a bear, you're not gonna see a moose. Maybe a moose or a deer you can see. If the wind is from the right direction, you kind of sneak up on them behind some hill or something. Then you could see something.
For my working process, keep a happy tea time.
But yeah, it's pretty rare. Like when we were harvesting, we saw actually a deer from the combine even. So the deer are sometimes not so scared. But bears, definitely, you don't see them really. Moose also. I've seen a moose, like a live moose, I've seen like once or twice in my life. Like an actual moose. But of course, moose droppings you see. Literally every time you go to the forest, you see moose droppings and deer droppings. Because they're everywhere. For sure. I think they say the moose population here, I think it's like, is it like 3 moose per 1,000 hectares. So the area we see here, there's probably like 2 or 3 meese around there somewhere. Moose or meese, however you want to say it. Yeah, this is such a nice area here. Wolf, same thing with wolves. They smell you, they see you, they hear you, they run away. That's the reality. Then if you have a wolf that's maybe sick, or maybe it's been hit by a car, or something like that, then they could be dangerous. But a healthy, not insanity wolf is not gonna attack you really. Maybe if a wolf has cubs or like small wolves, and then you somehow get in between them and the mother, that could be dangerous. But it's not as dangerous as people think. Like deer and moose, the way that they're dangerous in is when you drive a car and then you hit them. That's how a moose or a deer is dangerous. Not like if you're walking in the forest, there's not gonna be like a bloodthirsty moose that just comes and runs over you. Like that's way more like unlikely to happen. The way I'm scared of moose and deer, I'm scared of them when I drive the car, not when I'm walking in the forest. That's the I guess reality. But then, yeah, if you wanna give the social media answer, then I should probably say something else. But yeah, it's a different story in social media. Yeah, it's a different story in social media. Then it's like, yeah, you go to the forest, you will be eaten by bear and wolf. Yep. True story. But yeah, this tree was struck by lightning a couple of years ago when I was up here last time. You can see this part when the bark was just basically blew off when the lightning hit it. And now the tree is pretty much dead. So now the rest of the bark is falling off. But yeah, it's up here on top of the hill. It's super dry area, and it's been many dry years now. So you can see even the pines are dying, like a few of them, because it's been so dry. But yeah, these you can eat, lingonberries. The ones that are red are ready to eat. Which is, it's kind of interesting that they are this color. Usually in nature, if something is like yellow or red, it's like poisonous. But not with these guys. Lingonberries are red, you can eat them. Raspberries are red, you can eat them. Cloudberries are yellow, you can eat them. Kind of interesting. I know in a lot of places it's for animals at least, if they're super colorful, it usually means that they're poisonous. But maybe not so much for plants. Or not at least here. Oh, here's a nice little patch. These are kind of not ready yet. Not completely red. You can make tea. Yeah, you can make tea, but you can also just eat them. And you can make jam. Lingonberry jam is very tasty. These are not really ready when they're half white, half red. Taste better when they're completely red. Gotta remember it's only August now. I think in September these are ready to pick. But yeah, moose droppings right there. Definitely been some moose, there's maybe deer. So yeah, there are animals around here. In the winter, if there's like a little bit of fresh snow, then you can really well see all the animal tracks. Now it's not that easy when it's just moss and stuff. Here's a nice little patch with lingonberries. Not really ready yet. I'm gonna try to find the red ones. Tasty. This time of the year is kind of nice when you can go outside. If you go in the forest, you usually can find something to eat. Even just in the forest. Berries, usually July, August, September is like the berry months. Then after that there's not that much. And mushrooms, yeah, if you're into mushrooms. After a rain now you could definitely find mushrooms. Then you gotta kind of know what to pick though, so you don't eat the wrong ones. Otherwise it could be the last mushroom you eat. But yeah, it's a very nice area here. Looks very different from the usual forest here, that is more like, it's more green moss on the ground and a lot of trees everywhere, and this is kind of a harsher area.
Also dry animal dropping in scouting trips. When I was young, our instructors told
It could maybe be. Like moose and deer, they only eat plants. So I don't know, maybe. I wouldn't eat it, but maybe in a survival situation. But what you definitely can use the animal droppings for is like fuel. Like you can burn them. That I know that definitely works. But yeah, I wouldn't know if I would eat it, but for fuel. You can use crap for fuel. That's definitely a thing. But yeah, it's really nice. It's like this ledge and then it's like sideways and then it drops down again, almost like stairs here. Comes down like this. More moose droppings. There's moose droppings here everywhere, so you know there's a lot of them around. Yeah, it's basically, so they eat plants. It's like concentrated plants. So it's fuel. It's like a precursor to diesel almost. Almost like it's. Then if that crap, if you would put it under a huge amount of pressure and time, then it would probably form oil. So it's in a way the same thing. Would just take a long time and a lot of crap to form a little bit of oil. But yeah, down the steps we go. That's like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 steps. And it goes down. Moose shit oil. We got a patent that start making that. That sounds like something the environmentalist could like also.
We use drops for prevent mosquitoes.
Would probably be okay with the environmentalist or nature parties. They would probably be okay with that. Okay with that type of fuel. Okay, how do we get down? It's like there's an edge all the way there. Can we jump down here? Maybe we can jump down here. Put it on the skin. Yeah, I watched a couple of YouTube videos that there were some like professional logging guys. They said that if you put like canola oil, if you put canola oil on your arms or skin, then that should prevent like mosquitoes and things. I haven't tried that, but I should try that at some point because yeah, if that works for bugs, then that would be like pretty good. Just some canola oil. I'm not sure if it works, but a couple of guys said that it should work. There's definitely a few things you can buy like that produce like some sort of smoke that should work as bug repellent. I'm not sure if they work that well, but there's definitely a lot to choose from. And yeah, some manufacturers that say that they have a product that should repel bugs.
I have also heard that koalas don't get bitten by mosquitoes because they eat so much eucalyptus, and eucalyptol is an insect repellent, so it oozes out of their skin.
Could be. But yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of like there's a lot of sayings when you think about those things, but yeah, I don't know if there's any like scientific studies made of that. But yeah, it could work. And then we're again at a weird spot. I really wonder how the Ice Age made this. It's like really flat here. This is like bedrock, all flat, all clean. And then all the rocks are in one spot there. It's like, I guess it's a little low spot there. All the rocks are collected there. And then around the edge there's also some rocks. Maybe it's like another Stonehenge. It's really some interesting formations. And all the rocks are kind of rounded. So they're probably like traveled a little bit. Probably Ice Age made all this.
Actually, eucalyptus trees provide dry swamp areas.
Could be. I mean, always if you have any kind of forest, then that forest definitely will like lower the water level. That's true here also. Like just with normal pine and spruce trees. If you have like an area that's not really wet, but not super dry, then if you log the trees, then after you cut down all the big trees, it will get a little bit wetter in the beginning before you again get new trees, and then they kind of dry it down a little bit. That's definitely true. For a lot of trees probably. To some extent, if you get like too much water in one place, then the trees can't handle it, and then the trees die. But yeah, to some extent, trees can dry down places. Yeah, there's droppings everywhere here. There's probably like a path here. I'm following a path where the moose went or something, because there's almost whenever I stop anywhere, I can see somewhere some moose or deer droppings. There's some. There's everywhere. It looks like this is like probably like an animal path too, animal highway. You would think like deer and moose are pretty like dumb and they just run around cluelessly, but they actually have their roots. They know the area. They usually go like the same routes back and forth. How can you find your way to house? We will walk and then just walk some more and try to find our way out. Now, but I know this area pretty well, so we have the higher area there. We walked like up the high area there when I went to the top there. Then now we came back here. The bike should be somewhere there. That was a big bird that flew away there. I almost got scared. So that's sometimes the big birds, they just stay hiding, and then when you're really close to them, then they fly away. And it's super loud. It was a pretty big bird, like, I don't know what those are called, but a pretty big bird that flew away. No, I think it's one of the like black birds, like black feathers. I think it was one of those. Those are like decent size, like a chicken, like a big chicken, that size. So when one of those like flies away from sitting behind a rock somewhere, you definitely get scared because it's pretty loud. It's like completely quiet, and then all of a sudden like a lot of flapping, a lot of wing flapping. That mushroom, not sure if you can eat that or not. I'm not much of a mushroom guy. not much of a mushroom guy, but it rained a little bit, that's a mushroom, and there's a couple of mushrooms. There's a lot of mushrooms here actually. Don't know which are edible and which are not. If we see some chanterelles, I think those I might spot or might know. But all the other mushrooms, I'm kinda clueless for the mushrooms. And yeah, about getting lost, I got my cell phone, so I could, if I wanted, if I feel like I'm really lost, I could take the map out on the cell phone. Then we would know exactly where we are. Now I know roughly where we are. Should know enough so we can find our way out. A little bit wetter area here, not super wet. Really no area is that wet this year or this summer, so it's been so dry. Back up on the bedrock here. Should find our way back to the bike. So yeah, this kind of area, if it's really wet or rained more, then when you step on the lichen, you can just start sliding down, because the bedrock underneath is pretty flat and pretty smooth. So when you step on something, it's like gliding down, pretty much gliding down a hill. Even here, it's borderline slippery, not wet enough. Here's a lot of lingonberries here. Quite a bit here. Some flies here even. Not that windy down here. That was droppings of some kind of other animal. Maybe a raccoon dog or something, or a fox, or maybe some bird. Up here on the hill it's the best. The best when it's most windy, which means least amount of bugs. That's why when later in the year we're going to use a chainsaw in the forest, cut down some trees. But I definitely want to do that after it's been a little minus degrees. Then the bugs are pretty much gone, and it's much nicer to be out in the forest and do some logging. Now it's still way too hot for that. Way too hot. Drop the temps down another 20 degrees Celsius, then we're talking. Then it's forest kind of weather. There I see the bike already. We found our way back. We didn't get lost. Didn't need to call any emergency numbers. I think we found our way back out. Take a little sip, and we'll ride out. But yeah, now we can kind of see, for the people that wonder what like a typical forest here looks like. If you see this is on the other side of the road. I think it's a pretty natural forest. So you can see there's spruce, pine, birch, and that's like 95% of it. Then you have like some bushes like this, different kinds of. I think that's one type of alder, that bush. And then you got your whatever that's called, en in Swedish, juniper, and then some other types of bushes. But it's not like there's like 50 different types of trees, even in a natural forest. So for the people that freak out when you plant like 2 or 3 types of trees, that's pretty much like the natural forest here. Then we can put you in bike mode, unless you want to watch the road. Roll away from the flies. Shaky down the hill. Yeah, here if you see on both sides of the roads, there's pretty much like 3 types of trees. Or at least those are by far the most common trees. We're gonna keep going a few kilometers here, and it's gonna Yeah, mostly be those three types of trees. But yeah, we're riding a bike a little bit. We got in the next few weeks. I have planned up another little bike day that we could ride. Go somewhere and ride the bike a little bit more. We'll see when we get good weather for that. It's supposed to be pretty warm again next week, like between 20 and 25 every day, so we'll see. It's supposed to start cooling down now, but I don't know. The weather forecast was, I looked at the 1st of September. It's supposed to be like 23 degrees on 1st of September, which is quite warm. Quite warm for that time of the year. Quite warm. big downhill here. Not super steep, but kind of long. Down the hill we went. And think it even cut out there. That's usually one of the worst internet spots, coming down that hill. The mark. Got a little bit left of the biking here, then we can probably throw some hoops after that. And all of a sudden we just go boom, straight into the forest. Straight into forest mode. Straight into damn forest mode. See, what is it doing now right here? Not good, probably. Not great. This is still one of the tougher internet areas. Probably like behind a hill or behind two hills. So the internet can't access this place very well. But yeah, won't be a long time here. Bumblebee. Back out to the fields. More wind, less bugs. It's even slightly cloudy today, so it's one of those good days again weather-wise. Good days to do something. Fan is doing its thing here, drying out the wheat. There we can shoot a few hoops here. the bike here for now. Even the hat we don't really need now. Oh, that wind. Yeah, we can throw a few hoops. There's a little bit from the grain dryer. A little bit of this like junk that it sucks out, but we can play still here. It's fine if the ball goes here. This is just like dust. Basically some shells or some husks plus like dust. It comes out from there when you blow the grain up there. Then there's another smaller fan that sucks out this kind of junk. Once we've moved all the grain ready for the fall, then we can take the tractor and front loader and just get this out of here. But yeah, not yet. Soon we will shovel it out. Hopefully there's still good pressure in the ball. Seems fine. Maybe it's a slightly soft, maybe. Should be fine. Yeah, nah, that's not much. That's maybe half a cubic meter or something. But there's always, every time you move around grain, there's a little bit of debris that falls off. But yeah, we can leave the camera again when I'm running around. I think it's better to have the camera just here. And the chat phone too. Maybe leave the chat phone there and then put the camera somewhere here. Somewhere like this. So that should be fine. See if it's aimed relatively okay. Start some things. Get the deer fly off me. I feel I have a few on me, but not too bad. Not too many at least. Should be pretty good. Slightly more like this. It was pretty good. Like that. Should be fine. that should be fine. Let's throw some hoops. Start with some free throws. At least when we rode the bike first here, should be warmed up, like muscles should be warmed up a little. Good start. A few free throws in there. Try one longer one. Short. Short. One arm throws. Almost. Way too short. Seems to be going over the arm today a little bit. Hand. Short throws. We don't really have the 95% accuracy on free throws. Probably closer to like 25%. Oops. Is chat working or is my app dead here? Chat app. No, it's working. Just thought it might have been dead. Still you can hear grasshoppers. It's a pretty cloudy day today, but it shouldn't rain. And yesterday we got like 4 millimeters. So yesterday and today it was supposed to rain from 5 to 50 mils. We got 5 or 4. But yeah, it doesn't really matter that much anymore now. I guess some rain would be good for the grass fields. Thank you, Sereny, for the sub. Thank you very much. We have some music here. I don't know why my phone is playing it like that. 5 seconds and then stopping and then 5 seconds. Thank you for the sub, thank you very much. Keep the chat from here a little closer, then you can probably hear the sub. But yeah, thank you for the sub. Yeah, we'll probably, with that tractor, we'll probably do some plowing this fall. But it's gonna be much later, probably like October. Almost fell in. But yeah, you got your tractor before your name. You got your tractor now. That's true. One of the sub perks. I don't have a lot of sub perks, but you get the tractors, and then the more months you get the bigger tractors. You got the small tractor now. 1 month tractor. Too short. Oh, it's a windy, it's shaking the camera even now. Free throws. Of course, the wind is going to mess up my throws even more. See if we can get some free throws. That size, throw a little bit to the side. Make some adjustments. Check one thing here before. One little thing. if I can fix the there was the when the sound alert plays, it kind of was stuttering on the phone for some reason. Let's see. Some small settings could do some difference. Also the video preview I have, it's kind of lagging behind a lot. Let's see if it's better now. Still seems weird. It seems like it's skipping frames for some reason. I don't know what has happened to this phone. I might want to use my other phone as the chat phone. Other phone has worse battery life, but this one has some issues, it seems. Let's see if I should close some apps, close some more apps, see if that would help. I already closed a lot on this phone. Some weird things going on. Started doing this like a week ago or something. Don't really know what's up, but it's okay. Just kind of a minor issue. Minor issues. Yeah, it's just when if I want to quickly check if the stream is running, then it's if I watch my own stream on my phone, it's kind of skipping some frames for some reason. Going like sideways. Pretty windy now. It's again pretty weird to say, but this is one of the first days of the whole summer where it's like it's not hot. Shocking news. Might be today, it might not go over 20 degrees, which is really rare these days in the summer. still 35 degrees. Oh man, yeah, it's so nice when it's cooler. At least I prefer this weather. This is much better for me, at least. I know some people like really hot weather, but I'm definitely not one of them. Too short. Half the ball was inside. Half the ball was inside and it still decided to come out. Okay, aircon on 27. Yeah. That's really warm. It's supposed to, on Sunday, it's supposed to be 26 here, 27. So it's still gonna be warm here again. Gotta enjoy now when it's a cooler day. It's gonna be the whole next week is supposed to be warm again, warmer than right now. This did go no over the sign. Few more throws, few more free throws. Ball hit the edge. usually I try to end on a successful throw. Maybe we'll up the ante today and try to end on 2 successful throws in a row. Has to be 2 in a row and go inside. That could take a while, depending on how it goes. I guess we'll try now and see if we can get 2 in a row. Short. Yes, got 2. Got 2 in a row. It's easy to put the ball in the basket if you stand as close as possible. Yeah, if you stand really underneath, it's the percentages go up. It's still not 100%, but it's definitely easier. Further away you go, the harder it gets. But yeah, I think that's a good spot to end. We got 2 in a row. Huge streak. So yeah, thanks for watching again today. Yeah, we'll be back here. I have to see. I got some stuff to do in the garden, so we might be back tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see about the weather. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, but who knows about the weather. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the follows. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Have a good rest of your pretty much weekend. Good weekend to everybody.